Our client said they wanted luxury to be the pinnacle of their rural home. So we have brought the fine urban lifestyle here in Bushenyi in Uganda. In this video, I'll be showing you how our designers and our experts have worked hand in hand with our clients to make their dreams come true. And it starts right here with this huge pool, a sunken lounge, and this newly constructed structure that is multi-purpose. But make sure you stay tuned because later on in this video, we will be going inside the house to check out that modern kitchen, this well-lit, incredible hallway, and the massive master bedroom that has a lounge on top. So let's get into this tour. A fine urban pool is more than just a pool. There's multiple different facets that make it functional and more exciting. So not only do we make sure that the dimensions are just right and the depths are at a safe level, we want to make sure that it is a full entertainment area. So for this pool, you can see we have a grill right over here. This is to separate a little section back there for a barbecue, and we're also going to have a waterfall feature, so create some sort of boundary and sort of privacy area. So we have the rest of the pool, plenty of space to have more lounge chairs. And then if you don't want to be on this side and you want to have a natural transition between the pool and the lounge area, let's say you're leaving the pool and you want to relax and you don't want to completely leave it, it's as easy as stepping down a couple of steps and now you are in a lounge where you can sit and relax, and then you can easily go back and forth. So you can see we're creating multiple opportunities and multiple areas for people to enjoy and really fill out this space with happiness and fun and joy. Now continuing on, we're heading into the structure. We're going to look at the first part of it, and it's this big open section which is going to be yet another lounge area and also a bar. Imagine having a gathering of family and loved ones in an area like this. You're eating nyama choma, you're having your beers, you're having great conversation under the lights and just having a beautiful, beautiful time in your dream home. When nature calls or when you need to change or shower when you're using the pool, we have the changing room and the bathroom in the side. But we also have another area that is designed for relaxation, and that will be the sauna and steam area, which is also down this hallway. So here we have a changing room for anyone to come in, get changed, and then quickly head into the pool. And as we continue to go around, you can see we have plenty of room around this massive, massive property. We will be getting into how we're going to fill out some of the space. For instance, our client was very particular about wanting this whole stretch to the front of the house to be a grass carpet. We'll take a closer look at that later. But for now, you can see we have these long extended steps on this other side of the structure. It is so much bigger than you would imagine. So let's get into this first section. So right over here, up these beautiful steps with a gray tile with wooden finishes, we have two rooms mirroring each other. Those are the DSQs. So those are detached staff quarters. They each have their own bathrooms in that, so it means that the staff of this house are getting the ultimate privacy. Now next door, just when you think it's done, there's still more to see. So we're going to continue following the steps. We have this sliding glass door right here. So the first section we have is the laundry room. So we also have an outdoor kitchen. That usually involves a lot of food. So you would want a kitchen where you can really cook and get dirty and get everybody in here and just create as much beautiful, delicious food as possible. mentioned earlier that this entire section, the client was very adamant about having a artificial grass carpet. So we are here to do whatever pleases them, and that's exactly what we're gonna do for this space. But let's get into this perimeter wall. Look at it. The amount of work that has gone to each and every one of these sections is incredible. The curvatures are also just done to absolute perfection. It is such a testament to the collaboration that happens here at Fine Urban, because we have a lead designer who's crazy enough to come up with the ideas and then push our team to actually implement them, and that's how we actually end up with properties that feel really, really unique, and you can guarantee that our client has no neighbors that are going to have a design anywhere close to this. The transitional areas between each one of these sections has also been molded to perfection. I just appreciate the fact that we could have gone a much simpler route. Like, you can just do a perimeter wall and just leave it blank, but because we understand the true essence of crafting a lifestyle, of crafting something that brings joy, you have to put in the extra man hours. Just make the house stand out and be absolutely beautiful. We are now arriving at the gate, the grand entrance. Like, just look at that. Of course, as always, we have the smaller gate where you could walk into the property, but we also have this much, much bigger gate. This is quite hefty. I'm not even going to attempt to open it because I just don't have the muscle for it. Have you ever gone into a neighborhood and you see a gate and you're like, I just want to peek? I just want to peek into that property, because if that's the gate and that's the perimeter wall, I can't even imagine what's going on beyond. And I think that's the exact impression that this gate creates. So now that's where our client would be driving in. So they would have the option of, going this way. There's plenty of parking space. This area will be majority cabro, or going over on that side as well, because there's room there for maybe parking a car or two. Now, you guys know that I've been talking a lot about the Going Green initiative. We love adding green to properties, but at the end of the day, it is a collaboration between us and our clients. And if the client says, you know what, I don't necessarily want all that green within my property, we have to respect that. But we did manage to convince the client to keep this area green, so we're going to take care of that and make sure it's lush and green. We'll have cabro here for the parking and the driveway, but we had to have this feature here. So we have this entire section here that is a huge waterfall feature. We're getting to the front of the house now, and you can kind of get to really appreciate the kind of simplicity and design of it from this angle as well. We're now gonna get inside, but over on my right, you can see we have a couple of steps that actually leads us back to the pool area. So you can see it's a whole experience. You can walk around the entire house. So here we go. We're heading into the house. We have wonderful steps right over here. You would approach from this side. Approach from this side. We have wonderful steps here, beautiful tiling features, and of course we're going to have the light strips under each step. And then as you get to the entrance, now I'm just going to take a couple of steps and appreciate the beautiful gypsum as I enter, just as our client will. Continuing on with the pared back design, you can see even on the doorways, as always, we've gone with something that does add a sense of design to the entrance, just to make the experience of walking in feel even more elegant, and the finishing has been done to absolute perfection. So when you step in, you can see all those elements that have introduced you into the house have now exploded in the house. We have the clean lines, the classy finishes. There's just a very simple, silent elegance throughout this entire house. You can see even here in the living room, we have a huge window allowing in so much light. We have the tiles that are really light in color. You can see here we have bits of furniture, which we will be revealing in the final reveal. For now, they're nice and protected. We are going to paint the walls in beautiful pared back toned down colors just to evoke a sense of warmth. But the thing that really shines the most, I have to say, is the gypsum design. It is spectacular, it's immaculate. It has the lighting detail, the cove detail right over there, just to make sure that we're still highlighting those simple lines. And here you can see the raw edges of the TV wall that is being handcrafted by Fine Urban Real Estate Construction and Interiors. My eye again is catching on that gypsum. So you will notice there's a through line of impeccable precision all throughout from the living room into the dining area. I'm following those lights, they're beckoning me. It's just exquisite the way the center part of this particular gypsum design just juts in, and we've kept the tile seamless all the way through. There's just an ease in how I am walking through this house and absolutely feeling at home even at this stage. I have now entered the dining room. Remember, everything that you see in this house is to the client's specifications. I know you are used to seeing our channel with massive dining rooms with huge tables and talking about 18, 14, 12 seater, but if our client asks us for a much more pared back dining room with a smaller seating section, that is what we're going to deliver. We're not about imposing our own designs, we're about crafting the best lifestyle for you and your family and your loved ones. So here you can see we still have something that's quite elegant, very beautiful. There is a raw wood feel to this and adds this punch of warmth. And I'm actually enjoying the little balance between a more traditional material like the wood on top, and then we have something that feels really classy and modern like the glass at the bottom. And we have the simple chairs because we didn't want any too much fluff, and this exactly suited what our client needed. We will be seeing that as the project goes on. You can see we have the wooden legs, and we'll see how all this comes together as I come to do the final reveal. But a wow factor that I absolutely love about this house has to be the kitchen. It is one of the more modern kitchens that I have seen so far. You can see how everything is super sleek. The materials feel really, really soft to the touch, and I can already tell that these countertops are going to be the perfect place to do all your kitchen work. Wiping this countertop is going to be easy, and that's what we want. When you're crafting someone's lifestyle, you want to make things as easy as possible, and I love that this is the selection we've made. Now, not only do we have the countertop, of course we have the sink right over here, 2 basins as always, which is absolute perfection. We also have some huge drawers right over here. The use of space is perfection. You can see that this has been designed so that there is room for all the bits, the piping that go underneath the sink. So you're still getting use of that space, and it is neatly hidden away. You don't get to see any of that stuff to ruin the aesthetics of your kitchen. So you can see we also have that soft close. So here we go. We're gonna open another cabinet. Oh wait, this is not a cabinet. This is actually a dishwasher. What is in there? Oh, this is a dishwasher. I actually did not expect that at all, but I love that it's so well hidden that you would be none the wiser. No one would know that that's where your dishwasher is. That is perfection. And I think that's where we're heading in terms of crafting these modern homes. You want things that kind of fit in seamlessly, that are undetectable, so that your kitchen always has this pristine feel to it. And I love that we have that touch. So here you can see we have more drawers, and oh my goodness, look at that. This makes my heart sing, and I'm sure for some of you as well. You know how difficult it can be to get all those little containers and try and organize all your cutlery, but here you can see it's inbuilt into the design. This is the perfect unit, and you can see that its placement is also right over the induction cooker here. Very, very sleek, modern design. It just makes things so much easier. You have your buttons that you press to do all the cooking that you need to do instead of having all these knobs that you would be fidgeting with. And of course, we have the addition of a hood to make sure that all the steam and the smells of the food that you're cooking are immediately taken away and don't spread throughout the entire house. So it makes sure that this symbiotic kind of relationship between the kitchen and the dining room also does not affect in terms of the scent or the smell that we don't necessarily want to spread out throughout the house. So this is absolute perfection, but we're not done yet. We have more cabinetry over on this side. You can see we have our microwave that's also built in, and our oven right over here, fitted really nicely. I think the key word for this is simplicity and seamlessness. Everything just looks like it absolutely belongs in this particular home, and I love that. We don't want clunky design at any point in this house. So you can see we have plenty of cabinetry, and if I am not mistaken, we might have, et voila, another hidden gem. We have the refrigerator right over here. It's not small in any capacity, and yet and still we have even more cabinetry to go on. I love discovering this kitchen, just exploring it and discovering these little nifty things. This looks like a mechanism that has been perfectly designed to make the most out of a tinier space within this whole unit. So this will be a perfect spice rack. I always think about where I'd store my spices. It will make things super easy to organize as well. Now there's one more space. Ooh, soft close. Have one more space right over here, more cabinets, easily reachable as well. So absolute perfection. Am I seeing more cabinetry here? Yes, we absolutely have more cabinetry. That is absolutely wonderful. Just when you think things can't get any better, you discover that you have even more storage than you initially thought. So this kitchen has been so excellently done, and I think this is a great place to emphasize that you don't necessarily always need the biggest kitchen. It just needs someone who understands how to maximize on the use of space. So you can see here we are able to customize your huge kitchens or your small kitchens. At the end of the day, our goal is to give you the perfect living situation and the ease of you enjoying working in your house and cooking for your family. So now we're going to continue on and take a look at some of the bedrooms. As I'm walking towards the first room, I'm noticing that we have an area here where we will have a sink that will be serving the dining room. So let's enter bedroom number one. I'm seeing another provision right at the door. This means that we're gonna have a sink right here, and that must mean that the bathroom did not quite have enough space for that. So we have to get creative with our plumbing and move things around. So for this bathroom, I really do wanna touch on the tile selection. It is gorgeous, it's beautiful. Keeping in mind that we are designing a farmhouse, there's certain tones and textures that we're naturally gonna go for. So we do wanna make sure that we are including those browns and making sure that things are super easy to clean, because we know when you are in a farmhouse, things can get gritty quite fast. So you need to make sure that your client is not suffering trying to clean things. We're gonna have our shower right at the top. We're gonna have those rainfall showers, so you're still getting that sleek, modern experience even in your farmhouse. These boxes that you see right here are actually the beds. The furniture is already coming into this house, but as I said, we're going to be revealing this as we go on. So probably the next time I'll be here, everything will be open and we can get to experience this house in its full glory. There's so much diversity even in this small unit, and it adds so much beauty and light into this space. It is gorgeously done, and that is a through line that you will be seeing throughout the entire house. We also have a big window here facing the entrance into the property. Standing here and feeling the sunlight, it is wonderful. We're now gonna move on to the next bedrooms, which are on the other side of the hallway where you'll find majority of these bedrooms. I quite enjoy the view of this hallway. Even before you go there, you feel like it's beckoning you, the use of light, the warmth of the lights. There's just something that's super attractive. And as I'm walking down, the feeling is just as excellent. So the reason that this particular hallway is glowing so much is by how we've used strip lights. We curved out these niches in the walls and went with a very particular design, and now we have fitted it with these strip lights, and it is excellent. This house feels like it is positively glowing, and it also feels like it's It's directing you, and we will end up at the end of the hallway and see exactly where we're heading. But stop number one is the common bathroom. We have the light strips up there, simple design for the gypsum, nice warm colors for the tiles on the wall. But apart from colors, guys, as always, I emphasize the fact that it's all about quality. Into the second bedroom on this property. Gorgeous, simple room. You want things that feel really, really calming. So if we had like a super busy gypsum design, or we tried to fit in as much storage into this room as possible, there would be an element of stuffiness and an element of busyness, and your mind just wouldn't rest. So we had to ensure that when we were measuring out the space that was going to be allocated for cabinetry, we were leaving enough room for a big enough bed and also just navigation. Guys, I've said time and time again that I am not particularly eager to make my bed in the morning, and one of the reasons is because I don't have access to 3 sides of my bed, meaning it gets really, really difficult. So when we are designing bedrooms, we're keeping things like that in mind. Is it going to be easy for whoever is using this room to walk around their bed, make their bed, and still have a big comfy bed in the center of their room? All these elements really, really matter. And now we're going to enter the bathroom. You can see how the floor tiles here again have an oomph. We're still going in the essence of natural materials. So it is tile that feels like wood, but here we have gone for a much darker tone. But there is a brightness as well when you're going up and getting these now glossy tiles with the warm tones that I've been talking about in this perfect dimension. So this room also has the rainfall shower, which is just so nifty. Now let's go into the next bedroom. We're going to continue following those wonderful lights down the hallway. And then we have arrived at the third bedroom. So we have now entered the third bedroom. You can see we have a headboard here, the pieces of the bed ready to go, but I am attracted to this corner right here. This is the first bedroom we're entering that has a bit of an unorthodox shape. It has a little niche here, but you know we are always up for a challenge. Nothing scares us. We are very, very good at finding the best use for your space, no matter how many little nooks and crannies you have. So here it was the perfect space to just build out more wardrobe space, which leads me to say that this might be the room that I would go for. Right over here, I can see this being the perfect work desk, but personally, I would make this my vanity, where I would sit down because it's right next to the window, so you're getting great natural lighting. So whether you're a reader, I can see this being a desk, or if you want to display something over there, again, it's all about creating that diversity. Looks like we're gonna have the headboard right over on this side, facing that way, and I could dream about waking up and being able to see all the ideas that we talked about earlier outside. It's just a great view, and then you have the view from over. You can actually see the hills. Uganda is so hilly. It is so wonderful to be able to see all those plants out there and just be to be welcomed by this every day that you get to wake up. Now, as we look up, we're continuing with our clean designs for the gypsum. I'm seeing a square with rounded edges and the cove light in that to just emphasize on those edges and the simplicity of the gypsum, but also just the cleanness of those, each and every one of those lines. Now we're going to take a look at the bathroom. Here you can see we have implemented the same design ideas with the dark wood and the bright hot glossy tile on the wall. We're also going to have the rainfall shower in here. This bathroom feels much more spacious. This definitely would be the room I would pick if I couldn't be in the master bedroom. We have the sink over there and the toilet bowl over there, and as always, we've made sure to have a big window for ventilation and light in every space. Now we're gonna continue down the hallway, and I wanna take a moment to stop right here and tell you that before, this is where the journey ended. This is where it ended, and the space I'm about to walk into was a complete extension by Fine Urban Real Estate Construction and Interiors, and you'll be able to see just how many different ways we've been able to create extra spaces for our client to enjoy the environment that they're in and just love their house even more. So now we are entering the master bedroom. We're gonna go to my left over here. We have the walk-in closet. As always, we have the his and hers. We had to have the window right in the center just to make sure that the light is going all the way through, so every single element is visible, whether it's displaying or hanging or folding. You have plenty of space for him and for her. And now we are officially entering the main section of the master bedroom. I'm seeing that the bed is already here. We're going to have the headboard over here, and we're going to have the TV wall right over there. And you can start seeing a bit of the kind of thought process that we're going through in terms of colors and designs. You can see this light fixture, which is actually such a great piece to kind of capture the essence of something the client wanted us to implement in this house. And this is a brushed gold feel. The ceiling is very, very flat. It's a very flat design with just only one step there, because again, we don't want to play around with too much pizzazz, especially in the bedroom. It's okay to keep things really, really simple as long as you're making sure that you're doing it to absolute perfection, which at this point I think should be a fine urban motto. When it comes to crafting someone's home, you have to think about things as small as this. Now our client will be turning on their lights and just feeling like, oh my gosh, there's an extra element in my house that just makes it feel extra special. And that's why we care about even the smallest things like light switches. So let's go into the master bathroom, and wow. Oh, I feel like I have just entered a luxury spa. Like, there's something that's so attractive about having a white bathroom that immediately makes you feel like, okay, yeah, you can calm down, you can relax. This is absolute perfection. I love what we have done here. We love the big tiles, you guys know that, but I love the fact that we've decided to go with longer tiles for this bathroom instead. It gives a different element. The vibe is so different. You can see how even small choices like that can make quite the impact, and I'm loving it. It's so intriguing. It's quite intriguing what we've done here, because you can see even on the floor there isn't like a seamlessness. So you can see we've broken up the monotony in such an interesting way, but this is also the perfect tile for this section because it is going to involve a lot of water, so we definitely wanted something with a bit more texture in here. And I can tell you this is a very matte textured tile. We're going to have the shower cubic here, the rainfall shower, and you can see here we have all the fittings. I can't wait to see once that is in and we can come back, can flip that open and get to hear that calming sound of the water kind of running down, and seeing what our client will actually be experiencing day in and day out. So we are also going to be having a fireplace in here. Looks like there's provisions there if you want to have a TV. We have the his and her sink and the toilet bowl. So as part of the extension of the master bedroom, we saw another opportunity to create a top lounge on top of the master bedroom. So as we're standing up here, this is actually what serves as also the ceiling of the master bedroom, which I think is absolutely brilliant. We've added a fire pit, so not only do you have views out into this beautiful scenery, but if you walk around, you also have a great view into the other lounge areas by the pool, the barbecue area. You get a glimpse of the beautiful perimeter wall. There's just a world out here to explore from this vantage point. Absolutely cannot wait to be back here with you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.